Peace, family. This is Starcrrest The G. I want to talk about the subject of why certain people aren't successful and why some people are successful. All right. It's not so much scoped on, ethnicity, so to speak, but it's scoped on more of the way or the mindset of certain people are. Ethnicity may be mentioned in this little paragraph or this little soliloquy. However, it's not about ethnicity. It's just so happens to be certain ethnicities think a certain way. All right, now here we go. First of all, we as little kids, we come out not knowing anything and being very innocent with life, and we say things that we want, and we make moves toward those goals to a degree. However, with that being said, we try our best to receive what we want. We put it out in the universe, and we somehow believe we're going to get it, and we get it. Just as you say you're going to be sick, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be sick. But how many unsuccessful people say to themselves that they're going to be successful? How many unsuccessful people put themselves down before their plan even comes into fruition? How many unsuccessful people do nothing in line toward their success or the success they aspire? You know the old saying, he who doesn't plan plans to fail. Real simple. So listen, man, what I'm saying is, we got different ways that we approach this, or we gravitate towards successfulness. Some people say it's the secret. Some people say it's karma. And out of our religions, if you want to be successful in your religion, they say you got to pray. But prayer is no more than a form of meditation, and you meditating on the things that you want to be. So I'm not going to go all into the secret. We all know about that. Oprah Winfrey put out a nice book on it. She didn't put out the book, actually. She did a show with the author of the book, The Secret, and he gave it up. But it basically boils down to positive thought. Just as an alcoholic goes to AA and they tell the alcoholic you have to disassociate yourself from people, places, and things that will, give you the desire to drink again, or to become very drunk, where that you become out of control with it. They tell them to stay away from these things. But we look at this thing in the opposite spectrum. If you want something, if you want to be rich, it's all right to hang around rich affairs. You don't have to spend $1 million to get into those venues sometime. You just go on around it, and you'll start to acclimate on how those rich people think. If you want to be an artist, it's fine to go to art shows and take art classes and read books about it. In today's day and age, we got this thing called the internet. Anything you want to know or do, you can find it some kind of way, whether they're lying about it or whether they're telling the truth, but you'll find some form of what you're interested in on the World Wide Web. So whatever you want to be successful in, you have to positively think about it, and your actions will show your thoughts. If you're positively thinking about being let's say a martial artist, you want to be a martial artist? Great. You should be reading books about martial arts. You should be taking a martial art class. You should be studying videos of martial arts. You should watch realistic movies about martial arts. You should go to martial arts sporting events. This is going to make you well-rounded in that endeavor. Doesn't mean that you want to be the best, because we know that you work hard, you play hard. What you put into something is what you're going to get out. Hard work always equals good results, as a famous martial artist says. And those people in the know that might be coming across these videos, I'm not going to drop the names. You know who it is, and that's all it is. He said hard work equals good results. Another famous martial art person says, always shoot for higher goals and never settle for nothing less. And as my young protege, Red Gold Legend, said on my last video, so you have to think positive. Secondly, you got to look at yourself as being a God, and if not the God, not the only God, not the creator, but look at yourself as being a God, because you really have sole control over you. If you decide right now to run out there in front of a car and get ran over and killed, I'm quite sure you can do that. If you decide to do something not acceptable, you can do those things. You understand? Only time you may be restricted from that, I guess, is if you're in the military or something, or if you're actually incarcerated or something to that degree. But like most simple things that you take for granted, you are in charge of those things for you. If you don't want to succeed, simply don't do anything. Sit there like a bump on the log and believe it's going to come to you. It might. Anything could happen, but in a book that I read, the Injil, aka the Bible, it says faith without works is dead. Now you can hocus pocus it all you want, but the Bible itself tells you can have faith, but you gotta put the work in. We look at these young kids out here, they, hustling or gang banging or being successful, going to school or not going to school. They put the effort in. You look at them and say, oh man, that young man's crazy. He's running around with all these tattoos on his body and these different colors, he's representing and willing to die for those things. Yeah, he's willing to die for it. And that's how you have to be. I'm not saying he's in the most correct genre, state of mind, or activity. However, what I'm saying is he positively works toward his goal. And I think you should do the same thing. Again, don't forget about the Creator. Me, myself, and I positively believe that there is a Creator. I positively believe that there's a source from which we come from. And based on the religious books, it say, especially the ones who appear to be original. And that originality means the original mindset that we are gods. So again, today, I make a stand and invoke the power of love inside myself, about myself, and for myself. I also invoke the power of success inside myself, outside of myself, and for myself. And I guarantee these things will come to be. We looked at the mantra. First, we gotta love ourselves. But don't, when you go to court, you go to church, they tell you to love God. They try to preach to you that you need to love God, you need to know God. But God in the Bible tells you need to love yourself and know thyself. Quite frankly. This isn't a situation where you can only love one thing. Your love can be unlimited or limited or limitless. Depends on how you feel about things. But again, I don't even know at this point what the title of this video. All my videos come off the cuff. That's why you'll see mistakes. That's why you see very human error on my part, because I don't use a storyboard. I read from nothing. I read from my mind. And what's in my mind's eye today was just something I said I had to put this out to the people to let them know whatever you want to be. I'm quite sure the guy that just won that 1 point something billion in his mind, he wanted to win it. He said to himself, he's going to play that lotto and he's going to win. And they always say these things when they win. Oh, thank God. Which God are you thanking? Are you thanking the God in you? Are you thanking you, the God? Are you thanking the Most High, the Creator? Remember, I believe it goes without saying to thank the Most High, because without Him, you would not exist. So that's kind of like a double positive, let's say, a double positive. So we know when you thank the Most High or you thank God, we believe that you're thanking the Most High. But at the same time, you need to thank yourself. Because if He had not made $1, earned $1, borrowed $1, walked into a store to purchase the ticket for that particular venue, He would not have won. He could have had all the faith in the world, yet made no action. So listen, people, you could be what you want to be, especially to the young people. This is why I try to spend a lot of time with the children. This is why I talk with my man Red Gold Legend, his little sister, aka the superstar, who I give a shout out to today, because I know what they can be. They know what they can be. We are the ones around them that place doubt in their minds. I believe that they can be whatever it is they want to be. We just got to coach them a little bit. We got to support them a lot. And remember, their dreams and fantasies are the truths of tomorrow. Just as the dreams and fantasies of people yesterday are the truth of today. You know, you had this guy running around, they said he was crazy. He want to sit there and he want to talk to somebody who ain't even in the room with him. Man, you crazy. Why you want to talk to somebody who ain't there? But we all use the telephone. Wow. He was called crazy for that. Again, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but remember, children of the future, we got to cultivate them like flowers. We got to give them the water of love and nourishment on them. We got to teach them that they need to believe in themselves and follow the right path. Go straight towards your goal. We got to let them know the things they don't need. You know, the things they need to know. They need to stay aware of everything around them. You know, because these are the young gods that we are developing today. All right, again, you know, this is Starcrrest The G, wishing you all peace and love. Peace and love.